Hello, welcome back to episode 6 of our Shadowrun Returns playthrough. We are down at the docks, following up on yet another Ripper victim. Before we head out, let's check back and see if they hid us any useful items back here. I guess they didn't. Get some old plane part being used as a thing. We've got a streetwalker. Hi. Looking for a good time? You know anything about the NTSB? Yeah, the bums around here have been stealing old crap from that place for years. Not worth my time, though. I mean, what if I didn't get the option to tell her if I was or wasn't looking for a good time. Halt. Lone Star Guard. Guard looks bored. He toys with his gun absent-mindedly, like he might shoot something on a whim just to watch it die. Hey, you're about to trespass on corporate property. You looking to get dusted, street scum? Let's see. Didn't take security. I don't think he's gonna buy a new. He might buy a new maintenance guy with the way we're dressed. Let's start with the first one. Sure you are, and I'm Loafer, King of the Dragons. Beat it. Alright. So, means we've gotta get another way in. We can't go around. Alright. So the only other thing we can do right now is talk to her again. Ah. Not me, a friend of mine. I need you to have some fun with a guard by the fence around the corner. Okay. Alright, 20 bucks buys you 5-minute distraction, then I've got to get back to work and earn some real nuyen. Alright, so we're having her flirt with the guard. That's a big gun you have there. Alright. Classic move. Compliment the size of his gun. There's a gap between the fuselage and the building just large enough for someone of your stature to crawl through. It looks like you can sneak through here to bypass the security checkpoint. Okay, we'll sneak through. I'm pretty sure. Let's walk away real quick. I'm pretty sure we can take a look at the ladder here. Hey, that's mine. Homeless lady, raise your pedal. That ladder is rightfully mine. Not taking it far, just need a little boost over the fence. Oh, you breaking into the warehouse too? You see any of them airplane blankets or pillows? Snag me one. Okay, so we could put the fence over here. Come on. Oh, we can't do this anymore because we took the ladder. Wait. Don't go over just yet. I thought, was there another? Oh no, thought I saw it flash another symbol over here. Alright, so I don't have the ladder anymore. Can I go through here without the ladder on my back? It still won't let me. Oh, that's weird. Alright. Yeah, it's almost like it flashed a symbol here. Alright, so we snuck in. We could go talk to that guard and get ourselves in trouble. Or we could come into the warehouse over here. Will we get in trouble if we sneak around? Oh. Candy crate. Phosphorus grenade. Concussion grenade. Let's swap it with the phosphorus grenade we picked up. Somebody's bringing some heavy firepower in. Anything over here? No. anything hiding back here? Nope, nothing we can see. Can we... Can we go up here? Oh. We cannot change levels, it seems. Alright, so let's go into the warehouse then. Yep, new location. Inside the large gray warehouse is as typical as the outside. High ceilings adorned with girders and rickety catwalks, atop a huge utilitarian room. Concrete and steel walls meet a concrete floor. This is a place for storing things and nothing more. Despite the quiet on the outside, the inside is a hornet's nest of Lone Star officers going about their business. In the center of the activity is the Emerald City Ripper's latest victim. With uniforms everywhere, no one stops you at the door. Seems this case hasn't leaked to the press yet. Lone Star or no, you've got a job to do. Alright, so there's officers everywhere, but they don't stop a guy wearing a Hawaiian shirt and socks and sandals. Alright, so we need to talk to him. Took your sweet time, didn't you? So we agreed to work together in this. You know the traffic these days. We had time to go over the evidence while you were en route. Turns out this might not be a Ripper murder after all. I left the computer on in the office over there if you want to see for yourself. Victim worked here at the NTSB warehouse as a black box researcher. NTSB is the National Transportation Safety Board. This warehouse is used to go over the wreckage from the plane crashes to try to determine what happened. The Vic was in charge of their highest priority investigation at the moment. We've gone through the victim's computer, and his case notes indicate he was selling secrets. Idiot kept records. I'll get you killed quick. It did. Some runner like you probably offed him to cover up his court master's involvement and try to make it look like a Ripper killing. Here's the office key. Check it out for yourself if you want. Alright, so we've got here, we've got Dresden and Shanafska. We'll go ahead and check out the office before we go talk to Dresden. Of course, help ourselves. Appears to be the victim's locker. The door is slightly ajar. Inside you see several of the dead man's personal items. Inspect the toothbrush. Mint cigarettes. Inspect the comb. Comb is black plastic, has some wiry gray hair stuck in it. Leave the locker. Okay. I have a feeling we should have talked to somebody else first. Alright. Researcher's work. Cyber terminal has been left on, presumably by the Lone Star investigators. Alright. Case 95. Federated Boeing jetliner. Corporate owner Ares planted several mechanical issues, resulting in a mayday at 3:04 a.m. on June 17th. Pilot reported that the altimeter was reading in the negative values. Co-pilot takes over the controls as the pilot leaves the cabin to investigate the rear of the plane. Pilot cannot be contacted or located by a plane steward. The co-pilot radios in a mayday. Plane crashes in an empty field in western North Dakota. So, sounds like the pilot sabotaged the plane and jumped out. Pratt & Whitney unmanned. Corporate owner Ares. Summary redacted. Time log redacted. Okay. So some drone. Totally redacted. File's been corrupted. Read the private notes. Notes that appear on screen pertain to NTSB crash file number 96. The crash of jetliner and Sioux Nation border crash is reportedly the result of an equipment failure. Reading further into the investigator notes, however, you find substantial evidence linking the crash to an experimental Renraku research initiative. This information could be worth a great deal to the right buyer. You download the researcher's notes to your PDA. So one of the money-making methods in this game is to take little bits of corporate information that you find from crime scenes, stuff like this, and then sell it to the highest bidder online. Big time. Surprised to see you here. Let me guess. Official Officer Geary tipped you off. Suppose you must have made an impression on him at the market yesterday. Or your cred stick did at any rate. Anyway, surprise. We've got another Ripper victim on our hands. You look like you've been putting in some overtime. Yeah, you're at all the crime scenes. Can you tell me about the victim? Victim's male, mixed Native American descent, age 38. Based on the condition of the body, looks like he was killed around 2 in the morning. Yes, I'm a little tired. Bodies have been piling up like cordwood, it seems. Cause of death unknown. Several internal organs were removed from his body after death, quite gruesomely. I'm not sure if the killer even knew what they wanted before they started cutting. Not much else to tell you, really. He does have a lot of pre-existing scar tissue, so he probably had a major surgery at some point in recent history. Unfortunately, with the organs gone, I can't determine the nature of the surgery. What was on the butcher's shopping list? Well, the killer definitely took the lungs. The more I look at it, though, the other missing organs may just be eviscerated within the chest cavity. McKlusky getting any closer to a suspect? McKlusky couldn't find his butt with both hands. Don't tell him I said that, though. How's Officer Geary doing on this case? Geary would love to solve it before McKlusky and get his gold detective shield. Plus, he'd love to see McKlusky suck it in front of his superiors. He's already tried to bribe me to keep information from McKlusky and slip it to him. I'm inspired by their tireless pursuit of justice. Did you take the money? It goes from ear to ear. Do you have any idea how much this job pays these days, sir? I don't think Aguirre's officer's salary is going to do much to seduce me into helping him. Alright, sounds like Ripper's taking different trophies from each victim. Sorry, I don't do theories. I'm just a scientist who happens to prefer dead people. However, while there was massive damage in the chest cavity, I can see that the victim's lungs were transplants, which is interesting since another victim's missing heart was also a transplant. Granted, modern medicine has made organ transplants relatively easy, but it is an odd coincidence. But as a scientist, it's just that, a coincidence. Sure it is. It's only the third body I've personally examined. One of our other branch managers handled the other two. If I find that... Oh, this is only... Wait. Okay, if I find that more of the victims had organ transplants, I'll let you know. Who's the woman over there? No clue, she just showed up next of kin, I think. Alright. So let's talk to the next of kin. Shaded half guy. You're not a cop. I see you've been praying. Do you know the deceased? Yes, he's my older brother. I asked Bear to help me speak to him. She shakes her head, looking like the one who has found herself lost for the first time in her life. But I'm afraid his spirit is too disoriented by his recent journey to answer me. Shaman? Yes, for all the good it is doing me, if I could just make contact, I might be able to deliver justice and allow my brother's spirit to rest. There's going to be a way to force me to talk. Are there any other witnesses? Not so far as I can tell, not among the living anyway. But my brother's spirit may not be alone here this night. Close her eyes and concentrate, droning a low chant you can barely hear. Yep, there are other spirits who may be of help. Features harden in frustration as she's searching for something that remains elusive. Sighing, she opens her eyes and fixes you with a stare. But I can't do it alone. What do you need? My house contains the spirits of plane crash victims trapped between worlds. They wish to help, they wish to be heard, and I think they have something to say about my brother's murderer. Lone Star won't let me in there, but you seem to have the run of the place. You can find personal items that belong to the victims. I believe that I can summon a spirit to speak with us. I'll need at least 2 such objects. Can you find them for me? Do what I can. Alright, so that's probably the comb and the toothbrush in the office in there. But before we do that, let's go ahead and come in here. Maybe this is it. A large pile of old shoes on the ground next to the airplane seats. This could be discarded luggage or possibly shoes worn by the occupants of the plane at the time of the crash. Dig through the shoes. Sorting through the shoes, realize there are 3 shoes with no matching pair. A left blue sneaker, a right red high heel pump, a left black dress shoe. Inspect the dress shoe. Black lace up with the rubber sole. Department store knockoff or an Italian brand, it's otherwise unremarkable. Sneaker is a child's and has musty, sweaty smell. Oddly, you get a sort of shock as if from static electricity when you touch it. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. Alright, so we've got a kid's shoe. It's hard to say whether it's a heap of items and refuse covered from plane crash or simply trash that hasn't been taken out yet. Dig through the trash. A sticky substance of some sort seems to have seeped through the trash pile, and your hands are quickly covered with the stuff. After searching for a minute, you unearth a handful of interesting items. Let's inspect the earring. Earring is made out of burnished steel, formed into the shape of a small salmon. An intense primal fear washes over you as you touch its surface. This must be one of the items the shaman was looking for. You take the earring. Dented lunchbox. Seen better days, you can barely make out the face of a grinning troll on the front. Cred stick. Surprisingly, the cred stick is still functional. You slot it into your BDA. 200 nuyen is added to your account. Okay, that's nice. So we've got the 2 things. And we've got 200 nuyen. I was going to say, the fact that they had the first item. Old poster depicts a svelte young woman posing with an assault rifle. You don't need to go right now. Why is that there? Will I need to go later? Alright. Let's talk to Miss Shannon here. Feels as though you have found enough objects. Yes, here they are. You hand her the objects you found. Close her eyes and chance over them for a time. When her eyes open again, they're filled with tears. Thank you. These items are all I will need. It shouldn't take me long to... What the heck is all this about? Officer Aguirre trails after the detective, only meeting her eyes for a moment. She's the victim's sister, sir. This is a crime scene, officer, not some Salish drum circle. Isn't it standard procedure to contact the next of kin? Ma'am, consider yourself contacted. Now get out. Come on, if we stay much longer, I'm liable to do something I'd regret, or worse, something I'd enjoy. Alright, so we have been kicked out of the crime scene. Let's see what she has to say. That man is an ass. She stares daggers at McKlusky from across the warehouse. There's no helping it now. I should be grateful you're able to collect these items before those clods cart everything off. Can we still summon the spirit? Not from here, I'm afraid. Spirits such as these have domains to which they are anchored. We need to get back in there. Have any plans for this evening? A little breaking and entering, perhaps, under the cover of darkness. You sure you're up for this? As long as you deliver and make it worth my while. Don't worry, I always follow through. Now, since we have the time, we should probably enlist some help that may post security overnight. And I'm going to go out on a limb and say you know where to find the kinds of people we need. Smile. Okay, good. I'll put up the money if you find the bodies. She produces a fistful of crumpled nuyen from inside a leather pouch, starts to count it out, and then shoves the whole wad at you. You've got 4,000 nuyen. Alright, meet me back here at midnight. The spirits will be strong then. Okay, we need to return to the Seamstresses Union. Wait. We could inspect that, but we couldn't even go in there, so it's weird that we can... Can we see that from here? Maybe we'll have to look at that later. Or maybe it's if we went in by the other route. You start to leave the warehouse, your comlink chirps, and the face of Coyote pops on the screen. Okay. Wait, big time. You in the middle of something? Jerked around by Lone Star, same old thing. I hear you. Jossets, I don't know if I ever told you this, but I was born in the Royale. BTL pushers like Stevie J ran the squats, ran my world when I was growing up. Sounds nasty. Her brow furrows. It was, for all kinds of reasons. I have a cousin, Gino, who's been missing for months. He hit the sprawl about a year ago and immediately fell in with some tweakers. Bad guys. They hooked him on high-amp dream chips and started using him for all sorts of dreck. I tried to help him, but he pushed me away. Then he disappeared. I've been shooting up BTL labs ever since trying to find him. Guessing you have a new lead? It's not a lead. Her face lights up. She's running hot. Has a serious edge. I know exactly where he is this time. Got an old friend who eyeballed him herself. I'm on my way. Pack is with me, but we could use another hand. You in? I need you right now. Sure. I'm on my way. Send you the address. See you soon. Little something to pass the time while we wait for the evening to break back in. Coyote's Crusade. Cluster of dilapidated buildings where Coyote told you to meet her appears to be the remnants of a public housing project. The buildings look like a cesspool filled with human debris. You find her standing with Paco on a street corner, eyeing the roofs, the doorways, the windows. Despite his attempts to engage her, Coyote barely says a word as the three of you weave your way through the tenements. She walks purposefully, her new cyber hand flexing open and closed with each step. It's unclear whether the action is voluntary or not. You circle around the back of a building, and Coyote jumps up, grabs the bottom rung of a fire escape ladder, and pulls it down. Without a signal, she starts to climb toward the roof. Paco looks at you worriedly and starts up the ladder. Alright. Thanks for meeting us, big time. I owe you one. Maybe I can find a way to make this pay off. You never know. She brightens. Oh, hey, listen, I got good news for you. You know Sam's sister, Jessica? One of my contacts found you for me while you were on your way here. I called her and asked her to meet you at the Union later today. Hope that helps. Good job, thanks. She looks at your scarred face soft. Least I can do. Alright, let's get this done. My cousin Gino should be in one of the squats past the door up ahead. I hear there's a whole lab set up in there. From my experience, there's usually a lookout watching for cops outside and a guard at the door inside. Like I said, don't know how much firepower to expect, but these guys are nasty, so stay on guard. I just want to get in, grab Gino, and get out. Right behind you, babe. Let's do this. Alright, we gotta keep them two alive and rescue Gino. Who knows? Alright. And also, we have 22 karma to spend, which is no small amount, but this is going to be it for this round. We will rescue Gino next time. Thank you for watching.